So I've reduced the frame rates a touch, and that should help our feed. Strength is good, health is good. Your audience will see you stream very soon.
Starting stream.
Yeah. And we'll see if this goes.
We get rolling and things get going. I gotta find me. It's got to be probably somebody local, maybe a fan or something that will come in and be a producer. You know, something. Xander, go get a plate. You can't eat that without a plate. Oh my.
Why is it not kicking over?
Don't know. Now I know what it feels like to be my dog in the house, hear every little pin drop.
Stream is healthy, but we're not online. Why
Right.
is that? Advanced settings. I missed something here. Do. Save. Go. Watch page. It's offline. Why is it offline? That's so weird. Refreshing. I don't understand. Alright. I was just blipping it to see if it would actually tick over. There we go. Weird. Alright.
Now, maybe it must be my end, the camera. I'm cut off.
Yeah, you need to move over. You move the camera a little too far.
All right, hang on. That's weird because on the camera in the thing it looks fine. Weird. All right,
Just different depth of field.
Angled up. All right, so it's live.
Yep, we're out. You should be if I subscribe to your stream. Yeah, watch live now. Flight test after hours, FD after hours.
All right, I'm gonna throw up a little music just for the heck of it and see if it's working.
Oh, and there's someone I was on.
Uh-oh.
Didn't take long.
Let's see what happens. Just doing some testing. So that's coming through okay, huh? Or watching. Yeah, we got a few people out there.
Oh, this is the other one. That's what this was.
Well, welcome, all 4 people. There's probably...
Go.
Well, welcome, all 4 people. Can you hear?
Cool. All right, so we know it's
5.
working.
Yep. So anybody that has just joined us, no, this is not a real podcast. We're just testing out some equipment for future use.
And I don't need to watch that there. Sweet. So the technology works.
All right.
Headphones on. All right.
All right. Flux FPV. Hello.
So there you go. You've got your chat windows. I can change some of the sizes for you. And the delay is, there's a bit of delay, but it's not too bad. I'll look into that and see if I can manage it. So.
All right.
But I mean, it says the stream is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, excellent stream. Cool.
So everybody out there in YouTube land, send us some questions. Throw a topic. We'll get going. If there's 4 or 5 of us, let's go. We'll have our own little podcast here. See what happens. Like I said, we're just testing out some equipment.
When's the next podcast up?
Good one. Well, actually, it won't actually. Let's see. Next Sunday, we'll be back in the studio to record the podcast, and it'll generally go out like it usually does, either Sunday night or Monday, depending on what's going on at the household. So you got a week, buddy. So, hey, look, this is free. So you get to hang out with us here. How about this weather, Andre? I know we've been talking about it.
Don't talk to me about the weather.
So is it you're getting more snow now then?
Yes. Yeah, 25 centimeters or something like that.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
And then I'm done. I'm so done. I have nowhere to put any more snow, so.
And of course, you've seen our weather on, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. We were getting hammered. Like It was, I don't know, -7 with the wind chill, just nasty. And we turn right around on Saturday. It booms up past 50 degrees, which is over 10 C. And just snow was melting. We were out in T-shirts. It was nice, but everything is just so saturated. Today I get up, it's in the 40s. It's pouring down rain. The temperature's going to be dropping throughout the night, through earlier in the week, back down into the 20s and the teens, and then next weekend back up to like almost 60s. I mean, what do you do, you know?
I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's like, yeah, February is no fun. I haven't flown since what now? It's been a couple of weeks now, so it's no fun. I want to go flying again.
I know. I mean, indoor flying, yes. Outdoor flying, I think it's even been longer than that since I've even pulled a plane out and tried to fly something outside. Like yesterday, I was telling you, I could probably go out to the field. It's so muddy and so saturated. I don't even know if, like, you take the Tundra out, if the wheels are going to roll. Like, you could probably get it off the ground, and then when you land, it's just going to stick and flip over. You'd be best off putting the floats on, or maybe even just leaving the snow skis on and going that route. I don't know.
I'm just unlisting that last video.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
There you go. And close. Great. There you go. Well, at least we know this is working. It's kind of neat. So if we have any web pages or anything like that, I can program them in, and I can roll through them off my browser, or I can do photos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I can do little things like, live stream. So it's at least we got some control. So that just means we'll have to have our show notes or our photos, and then you can run the music and everything through yours. I can hear you perfectly fine through some other audio software that I put onto my computer. So it's not too bad.
All right, how about for you guys out there listening, like Flux FPV? How's the sound? What do you think? You know, this is just something we're testing out. Might be doing here in the future. But throw us a subject. Come on, guys. There's 7 of you out there. Throw us something. We'll chat with you guys for a little while. See what happens, you know. Yeah. How about anybody notice what's on the table? Does anybody know what that is, or just maybe the story behind it? Anybody? Oh, we got the sound. Seems to be working good. Sounds okay, not great. Maybe that's at your end. So obviously they're seeing the delay. We're throwing questions out, and that, you know, can you read some long, difficult words? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How's that? Can you read some long, difficult words?
I got you fine here on my tablet.
Good. FT Vegan, yes. And if you notice, and I've been dying to get this thing back out, we found this a while ago stuffed in a trailer. It was pretty beat up, and this is one of David's original vegans that he put the decal kit on and actually flew it, and it actually has a bunch of signatures on it. We had an open house. This was a couple years ago, and a bunch of people came in, and this was on the table, and everybody had come through the shop. They were signing it, and I was actually surprised to see it in, you know, pretty bad condition in a trailer outside. And I snatched it up, brought it home, kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And I want to get it out and actually fly it, because you probably never see one of these in this scheme again.
Yep. I did some printing last night, so that was a fun little stream. Has anyone got their hands on the new Tyrannus? No, I have not, and I was looking at it, and I probably won't even buy it, to be honest, because it's got some limitations that I didn't like. Like, it doesn't come with a battery, it doesn't come with a card, and you can't expand the memory beyond some points. So if I was to spend $100, I would just find another used plus or something.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the benefits of this? I know Flight Test, I think, got a bunch in, and they're going to be selling them. But I'm a Spectrum guy. I'm probably going to stay Spectrum for a long time unless somebody really comes out with something crazy that really gets me. I have too many Spectrum receivers, too many Spectrum radios.
Yeah. I think it's just a form factor change. I mean, it's punching it gets you all the FR Sky protocols for $100, which is pretty cool. But my goal right now, if I'm going to spend $100, is I'm going to get the radio that died there at Flight Fest. I'm going to get that back up and running as my spare.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at a Spectrum, but I've gone down this route with my FR Sky stuff. So I've got my module for my Plus, and that's been going just fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
Scroll wheel is much faster than the yeah, I agree on some of the scroll wheel stuff. You get through the menus and you're like dialing through it and everything, and that's how I broke the radio initially there in July or May. The button failed, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see.
Oh, I see you tweaking a little. I'm watching you.
Oh, the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I opened you guys up a bit and then changed the setup, so.
Nice.
And then I can do things like if I do other programs, I can get you full up on the screen or myself or drop the chat windows. So, I can program in extra windows and everything using this software, which is handy.
How about you guys out there? Any new products you got show up that you guys were like, ooh, I'm interested in this. This is pretty cool. I know Horizon brought out a couple of products. I glanced at them. I didn't really look at them too close. One of them was kind of a sport type flyer. Bigger airplane. I can't even remember the name of it. I'd probably have to go pull it up on their website. And we know Hobby King's got a bunch of stuff coming out, but how about you guys out there? Is anything sparking your interest? We're just hanging out with you guys at this point. So we're talking to you. This is just, again, if anybody has joined us, we're just testing. This is not a podcast. We're just hanging out, answering some questions. So let me see if I can find that Horizon plane real quick. Did you see it, Andre? The Horizon plane?
The red sport looking thing?
Yeah. All new design. Yeah, here it is. Sport Flying Fun. What the heck is it? It's a Commander MPD, whatever the heck that is. It's a good looking airplane. It's nothing that really like, wow, gotta have type of ordeal, but looks like it could be fun. It's aerobatic. Has flaps. I didn't really look at it too close. Power 15 size motor, 45 amp ESC. It's pretty good size. Let's get the specs on that thing. See what it shows. It's a heavy airplane. Holy cow, 62 to 65 ounce weight.
Wow.
45-inch length, which would be 1143 millimeters, 6-channel, 12 by 8 prop, 3-cell, 2200 to 3200, 55-inch wingspan. It's pretty good size airplane, actually. Surprisingly, one thing about Horizon and I'd say 95% of their sport flying airplanes, whether it be the Warbirds or whatever, they're still sticking to that 3-cell. I wish they would give you that option. Hey, if you got some 4-cell 2200s, throw in an ESC and a motor that can handle it.
Yeah, someone asked about the Durafly BF-109. We will keep a close eye on that airplane once it's released, obviously. And I'm Yeah, and that big old Spitfire looked gorgeous. So,
Oh,
but 6S pack, whew, so.
yeah, that's not something you're gonna probably take out every weekend
Well,
and fly.
and at the rate we're going, we're not going to see a landing strip until June.
Yeah, no kidding.
there's a
Some
there's a layer of ice that's never going to go away.
Oh
Permafrost.
my gosh, you're telling me. Somebody's talking about some 90 millimeter brushless quads. I could go for
Yes,
that.
the brushless quads are going to be everything next year. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that those frames are coming along, or those power plants are coming along so quickly, is pretty amazing. So, um,
Yeah, Martin actually messaged me a couple days ago. He was working on a small, I don't know what the millimeter size, I forget, but it was just a little bit bigger than the Inductrix full brushless setup. I think he was printing off the frame and everything, bought the electronics. Looked pretty interesting,
yep,
actually.
yeah, no, that's it. So actually he sent me a couple photos, and they do look quite cool. It's such like the flight controllers are so small now. Everything has just gotten tiny, 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 tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. If you want to spend the money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even just for myself, I've been eyeing up that what is it? The Vortex Mini. Is it the Mini Pro? It's a 150 size quad.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I've been
But
watching some videos
small.
on that thing,
There you go,
and
Martin. There you go. He's important. I'm impressed with the Pico board.
uh,
It's a 105 millimeter frame.
105.
Um, the batteries though, is that they're 4S 800s? I think.
Yeah, yeah, around yeah 800. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but still, I was checking on prices on a 4 cell like an 800. They're cheap. I mean, you could get a handful of batteries for that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the price, being so small, the prices drop down to like 299. So, wait till maybe early spring when they have their big sales, or throw on, their 15% off coupons or whatever, and pick one of those things up. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not rushing to the gate on anything.
oh,
Like I've done
no,
that
but
too many times and been sad,
yes, yes,
sad. And then of course the price drops a couple weeks later, so it's like
right, right. Plus, I'm not, it's going to be at least another month or so before we get outside and get going anyway. So,
well, and this is it. So a lot of people are asking me why no multi-rotor action. I said, man, if a multi-rotor goes down this time of year, good luck finding it.
yeah,
It's either going to be in a foot
very,
of snow, or it's going to be smashed on the ice. That's why I haven't flown either. Well, one, it's been very cool. I was outside yesterday just doing some minimal work, and my hands froze in no time at all. 3S1000s, 1104 motors, 7000 kV.
ooh,
Should be more. I think it's gonna screw.
ooh.
You're gonna fly that indoors, aren't you, Martin? Right?
I was just going to say, how are you going to fly that thing indoors, Martin? You're going to be ricocheting off every wall in the house. Your wife's going to be behind you with a stick beating you in the head.
Yeah, there's definitely there's a hey, and like I said, I flew the Inductrix with my FPV goggles for the first time there earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going back to the monitor. Like my LCD display, I like it, but not going back. It was just what a difference in the flying experience.
Uh-huh. Hey, didn't I tell you right off the bat, and you were on the screen, I said, dude, you got to get your goggles on, man. Oh, I love the screen. The screen's great. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just thought it was funny because you did use the goggles and you're like, I'm not going back to the screen.
No, no, it's one of those the flying experience, and it's almost like depth perception's better. And I was just gunning it, and James is watching on the big screen. It's like, well, no, I got this. Zoom under the hole, and around, and of course, so it's all about I'm throttle managing because I want to be able to pop up just at the right moment, right? Because if you let it sink too much, it takes that instant to come back up. So you're like, oh, don't take the throttle down too much. And of course, I did fly into my wife like twice.
Oh man, she's gonna get a big old fly swatter, and she's gonna be chasing that thing around the house.
Oh yeah, it was. She's already plucked me out of the air twice. Grabbed the antenna.
Just grabbed right. Oh, not the antenna.
Antenna. So I'm like, don't do that. She's like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I had a conversation with a guy. God, I can remember. It was right at. Anyway, he works in the construction business. I'm terrible at remembering things and names and whatever. Anyway, he found out that I was in the RC stuff, and he went somewhere or knows somebody who's in a quad racing club, and he went and just hung out, and they put the goggles on him while they're all cranking around, right? And he just, it blew him out of the water. He was obsessed. So he's like telling me how he doesn't have anything, mind you, nothing whatsoever. And he's like, man, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy this quad and I'm going to go this and get these, in other words, he was going to go all out right off the bat, like all in, alien quad type quad. And I'm like, have you flown at all? Did they let you try it or anything like that? And he goes, nope, I just was under the goggles going for a ride and I love it. And I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm not telling you what to do or not to buy that stuff, but if it was me, just a suggestion, I think I'd start off little. And I said, if you want, buy a FPV Inductrix. If you want to fly around in the house now, get comfortable with, buy some cheap, like some Hobby King Cyclop goggles or something, on that level. I said, just get comfortable and feel it out first, because I guarantee you spend $700 or $800 on a high performance race quad, and you go out there for the first time, you're not going to have any fun. That thing's going to just bury itself into the ground. Then you're going to be fixing it.
Yep, there is a limitation.
And he's like, really? I said, I'm telling you, I've done it all. I've been there. I used to be that way. Like, I could fly anything. Just trust me. Get something little. And then I said, if you do, want to get outside or whatever, I gave him Mark Lehman, the multi-RC site. I said, get something like this first.
Durable. Yeah.
And then, yeah. So I hope he took a little advice. I said, if you got any questions, any problems whatsoever, please get a hold of me, because I want your experience to be the best possible. I don't want you to go out and just, like a lot of people, they get discouraged and they don't know how to fix them, or, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, I see you're moving stuff around again. That's pretty cool. That works out pretty.
I'm making stuff pretty. Can I have to change that.
Looks pretty good.
2 windows. There you go. I probably could change that. I wonder if I duplicate that.
I think it looks like I might have to build a little set or something.
I was down in here and I was changing. Well, what did I do there? Undo. Where did my text go? I turned it off. Neat. How did I do that?
What'd you turn off?
There we go. Oh, there's not an off switch. Neato. Okay. Hey, I'm learning.
Hey.
I was in here trying to figure out how to change stuff, and I realized, if I move that, then I got to rewire this, and I just said, forget it. And I love to paint down here. What happened to the 150 quad? It's here. Someone's just asking me about the 150. I have the multi-RC quad. It's sitting on the wall. It flies great. But like I said, once it got too dark, and we basically, I had to stop flying in the winter with anything like that, because if it goes in, it's gone. I'm going to lose it in the snow because it's so tiny. But it flew great. The biggest thing I don't like about that quad is that little camera. So hopefully the FPV micro camera technology comes along a little better, because I was flying in late fall and I was shooting a gap between the pool and the tree, and the camera didn't know what to do resolution wise, so it was blowing it all out, and I'm like, I can't see where I'm going, because all I could see was a big white pool, right? The side of the pool. I'm like, all right, but that thing is a fun little thing. Am I printing anything right now? No, I printed last night. I did the I did this last night. This is the updated motor mount for the PT-17 Stearman. So I'm just trying to see if a motor fits. So it's got a bigger. They went and they changed it and gave the walls a little bit more room between the motor, which is a good, sensible thing. So hopefully the motor doesn't contact. It should spin quite freely now.
I got a question for you, Andre. Watching you and seeing everything you're doing now, I've noticed you have been doing a lot of kind of tweaking and trying to get things right, and printing wise and everything. Now, say you buy, I don't know, $800 more expensive printer.
Yeah.
And you bought obviously the cheaper version.
Yep.
Do you still have to do all that little bit of tweaking with all of them, or is it just something with the cheaper ones where obviously
Nope.
you kind of get what you paid for?
You're dialing in. So I guess the difference between like the A8 and the and something like the Prusa Mark II,
Mm-hmm.
which is your $800. You get a couple
Yes.
more bells and whistles, yes. But you're still gonna have to dial in the printer. You're still gonna have to go and level the bed. You're still gonna have to do
Mm-hmm.
some tweaking and everything, and then you're gonna have to get to know your printer. So,
Yeah.
and I also run a nice. I already run a nice slicer software. That's expensive, but
Mm-hmm.
that really allows me to control what I want and and how I want to control the printer and everything. So that's where the lessons have been. Most of the stuff I've done with the printer has been pretty elementary. Like out of the box, it was still pretty really decently. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's just and then it's just learning everything and learning how it tweaks and how it runs and and I've gotten to the point now. Um, the once I was comfortable with the printer, I knew right away when it would start. How well the print was going to go,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had very little issues after that. So and
Yeah.
it's been where's the sidewall piece?
Somebody's saying drop the chat. We already have it on our screen.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's for the playback later on.
Oh, gotcha.
Because the
Yeah. For
chat text
people, right.
watches it later on if they do. Anyhow, we're just experimenting, guys. Anyhow, this is us playing. So that's the front cowl.
Oh, wow.
So and the difference between this print and the Spitfire is just
Night and day.
Yes, and that's me tuning and learning how to balance the bed and getting all the adjustments and everything. And yes, you're right, Ken. They do require. You're always tuning. Stuff is moving around. Stuff is vibrating like crazy. That was the big thing I noticed last night. I'm gonna go back and check some of the belts because I was seeing a lot of vibration during the print of last night's work. So, but it is pretty neat. The Stearman we're estimating is going to be like a 150-hour print job.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So the reality is like the reality is yeah, is it worth it? I think the Stearman's gonna look pretty cool when it's assembled. But you're gonna if you factor in time and money and everything, is it still cheaper to buy a kit versus buying it this way or building it this way? But I see the offshoot. A lot of what we were mentioning last night was the benefits are going to be in things like power pods and control and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where it all goes. And like Stuart said, and even like Flight Test said in one of their sessions, the manufacturers being able to say, hey, let's throw out this piece of kit. Here's a spare part that you guys were looking for, rather than going and buying it. If you've got access to a printer, just print it. So and things like I'm already going to be printing a for this guy. Someone on Thinking Universe made a cover for it, which is perfect because his camera keeps freezing up outside due to all the ventilation on the sides, right? So I'm going to print a quick little shell for it. That way, when it does fly, it doesn't shut off on me and I lose all that extra footage I had shot. So
right.
The landing. So Benny wants to know, would I recommend the A8? I've been happy with it for the cost of what that printer ran me and what it's doing. It's fine. It's for me it's entry level. I like a good project. I like to tinker around and learn about them. So if I had $800, I certainly would have considered that Mark II because that thing is amazing.
Right. I'm shocked, Andre, you still haven't printed off the little box to hold your
Inductrix
FPV with all the battery.
Martin did a custom one to fit the Turnigy batteries because they're a little taller, and he even has my name inscripted on the top of it. And I've got some extra filament coming in. I'm kind of holding on my reserves because I want to finish the Stearman parts in the same filament that I've been using. That way it's consistent through the color. But I've got some fresh black and another spool of yellow coming in. So.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. I think maybe we'll end this. We're just, again, testing some stuff out. Thanks for the 13 people that just came and hung out with us. And, here it's Sunday late, actually afternoon right now, and the weather's crappy. So we thought we'd do a little testing, see how it goes. So, hey, let us know what you think. Again, might be an option down the road. We got some stuff coming up. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So let us know what you think. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Stopping the stream.